Now, one of the key factors of when you're working with us that can really help with an employer paid strategy to help with cost is the fact that we have carriers that will go down to just five insured. Okay. Five insured that can include spouses and 150,000 or $200,000 in guaranteed issue in the life insurance. So again, whatever the life insurance is, it's usually worth double that in long-term care. But the fact that we have underwriting offers that will allow someone to get just a minimum plan of $10,000, and then at any future annual enrollment, because we conduct this annually, they can add another up to the guaranteed issue up to another 140 or another $190,000 at a single medical question. So an employer paid benefit of that minimum value of $10,000 is very impactful because you now gave that person that insured a future safety net if anything ever happened to them and they were still working at that employer, where they can add coverage without medical questions, despite what bad news they may have gotten. Okay. Now, when we introduce these plans, obviously there's a buy up at the initial offering typically, right? So we're not telling people you can only get $10,000 and then wait till something bad happens. But some people might just get that $10,000, or that might be all the company is funding. But that future buy up, that future safety net, makes a small benefit go a long, long way. Okay, so keep that in mind as we're talking about these strategies. So there's a few ways to approach this employer paid strategy. Executive carve out only and allowing a buyout. Executive carve out with voluntary for the remainder of the staff. Okay, so making it available to everyone, but it's not everyone getting a contribution. And then you can do employer paid base level of coverage for everyone with the staff buyout. And then one thing I do want to focus on are those grandfather group standalone long-term care plans, because we're getting questions and RFP requests for those basically daily at this point. So that is a very, very hot topic right now. So I'm going to walk you through a couple examples of some of these strategies. This first one was a somewhat small group. Okay, so it was just 10 executives, and there was an employer paid contribution of a benefit amount of $100,000 in life insurance. So the first 100,000 was funded by the employer, but then there was a buy-up allowed after that. So this was, this is a very rich offering, an employer paid benefit. You don't have to do this much, but this was a very gracious employer because of, again, the future underwriting ability, because people had that first $100,000. They were able, anyone who insured was able to add up to another $50,000 in this example because of the size of the group at any future enrollment. And some people did, take more coverage beyond that first $100,000 during the initial offering. So just of these 10 folks, there was $47,000 in annual premium generated, which gave our broker partner a little under $20,000 in first year revenue, assuming heaped commissions.